bottlenecks in the supply chain are really, really not going to get solved anytime soon, in my opinion. But at the same time, it's happened at a pretty decent time of year. If it goes another 6 months, it's going to be a huge problem, and we are going to not have problems with basic commodities because of any kind of other reason other than transportation. And the transportation situation is not getting relief. It is not getting relief. Could it? Maybe, but it's difficult to get relief. Let me give you an example. If Biden hadn't shut down 3 pipelines, that would free up a lot of drivers. See, if we can transport, so pipelines, gas and oil pipelines are transportation. So if you're a pipeline company, you own a transportation company. They're transporting oil and gas through those pipelines, meaning that rail cars and trucks aren't transporting it. Rail cars and trucks transport it far more costly than pipelines do. Well, you've got Biden shutting down pipelines, and there's more shutdowns to come. That means we've either got to do without totally, which is kind of where we're headed, or increase dramatically the ability to get tank drivers on the road, which, by the way, you don't get your license to drive a tractor and trailer and start driving tankers. That is very, very specialized. You've got to know what you're doing. You got to have a lot of experience behind you, which, people getting into the transportation industry or the trucking industry, they're not going to help the situation a whole lot there. So we've got so many factors in here that nobody's thinking about or talking about. And in particular, the administration isn't thinking about or giving a concern about. So, we've got Aramco, which is the largest oil company in the world, talking about, they can change everything with one conversation. And one of the conversations that they're having is refineries from Aramco. Well, Shannon knows this all too well because they're in their backyard. The largest oil refinery in this country is owned by Aramco, and it's down there in Southeast Texas. Mm-hmm. And you can probably see it, Shanna, almost from where you are. And
yep.
So if they shut down, if you take an area, for instance, like Port Arthur, Texas, that is unloading and loading barges to move material, they're not going to need to do that so much. If you have a major refinery shut down, it's going to hurt that area economically in dramatic fashion as well. Not to mention hurt all of us economically because of a loss, if that were to happen. Now, and we've got a president who wants to bring more foreign companies here to help us with energy, and more of their energy when we don't need any of it. We didn't need it until this president got elected. Now we need it because it's okay to bring foreign companies to produce carbon, as long as it's not an American company, apparently.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.